So it's halftime. My first quarter prediction, at the end of the first quarter, I said it'd be 14-10 Carolina at halftime. I was wrong, Ben.
You were wrong. It's 13-7. You weren't right about either of the totals.
That's right. No. The Broncos, most importantly, the Broncos are still winning 13-7.
Yeah.
So that prediction is obviously slightly askew. Now, having said that, my main prediction, what I emphasized, was Panthers second half. Mm-hmm. We were very clear on that, right? And I still believe that's the case, although Denver's defense is as ferocious as they have been throughout.
Yeah.
And they have rattled Panthers offense that previously appeared unrattleable.
Yeah, both Cam and the receivers appear rattled, and the offensive line appears overwhelmed. We've heard that the Broncos are showing different schemes.
We heard that from someone else here, so we don't know, but he's been right about everything else.
He was, and he is wearing a football jersey indicating, I think, some sort of coaching experience.
But it's a Dolphins jersey, thereby eradicating all that credit. Okay, so now I'm sticking with what I got here, and I'll tell you why. I said Panthers big in the second half. I'm going to stick with it. Not because they've been playing great. They certainly haven't. They only have 7 points. They had one decent drive. Broncos defense is looking great. But there was a great stat they put up near the end of the second half. Broncos got 64 yards in the first drive and have 53 yards since.
Yeah, so
that means they got nothing on offense.
They've had all their points come from, except for the first drive, except for that first 3, come from freak plays. Now, they have a good defense, so they'll create some more freak plays. But blindsiding Cam Newton, recovering a fumble for a touchdown is one. A punt return that was an accident was 60 yards and led to the other field goal. Other than that, they have their first drive, and that's it. So you can make an argument, like this game could have gone exactly the same way, and then Tolbert's fumble, and it could be 10-3 Panthers right now.
Yeah. So it's not luck, because the Broncos are creating opportunities with their great defense and pretty good special teams. There was a little freakish play on special teams. But nonetheless, if in essence for a whole half you get 53 yards of offense, you might be in trouble in the second half.
Yeah.
So the whole original idea behind the Panthers winning the game and covering that we'd originally been in favor of was that one team has an offense and a defense. The other team only has a defense and doesn't have an offense, which is the Broncos. Now, as it's turned out, they both have a defense so far in the first half. They both have a defense, and neither one of them has an offense. But I believe that the Panthers actually do have one, and it'll show up in the second half. I just would never let Mike Tolbert carry the ball again in the NFL. Not just in this game, not just for the Panthers, but I would retire his jersey immediately. And by retiring it, I would mean burn it.
And I think even when he retires and goes on to another career, like in business, as a lot of these guys do, they shouldn't even give him significant responsibility where a colleague might say, let's let Mike carry the ball on this one. Like even that kind of situation.
Like if he's holding like a clipboard, knock it out of his hand.
Yeah.
Okay, coffee is for closers, knock it out of his hand.
Even metaphorically,
he'll let it go, that's for sure.
That's right, yeah.
All right, guys, we're sticking to our guns. Panthers second half, and maybe even big. So let's see what happens.